Welcome back to Rory Games. Let's play Civ V R.E.D. mod. We are playing as France in 1939 on the Western Europe, North Africa map. As you can see, we are looking at our Mediterranean Navy. And we are now just 5 turns away from declaring war on Germany. So we are not by any means ready, but because we are playing historically, we will be following the same declarations of war as what happened in the real world war. So I've played this game several times, historically and ahistorically. Both are super fun. So for my first playthrough on the channel of the R.E.D. Revived, I am going to stick to historic here. So, as I was saying in the last episode, this is the revival of the R.E.D. mod for Civ 5. I guess dev stopped on the old version. It was quite buggy. It was also, I would say, a little bit easy. So, I'm playing this in D&D. I'm not sure that makes a difference. I don't know what to expect with some things, but a lot of it I understand and is pretty much the same as before. I will say, ooh, there we go. What convoy is that? Gold. Lovely. Okay, so what that means is we want to go secure Tunis as well. So we'll send a couple cruisers to patrol these straits here in between Corsica and Tunis. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Coffee is the best. Greece has publicly denounced Germany, warning the world they are not to be trusted. Oh, how true. How savvy you are, Greece. Small air factory is done. That's terrific. So let's go ahead and do the medium air factory. Let's check out our supplies. We are nowhere near our oil stockpile yet. We have met our material stock, and we've met our personnel. So as I build more factories and arsenals, we'll be able to stockpile more and more. I wish I had a larger material stockpile. That's going to go really fast. But it's nice that I'm producing almost 900 per turn. That's pretty good. So the war is going to start here in a few turns, and I'm not really feeling very prepared. Still have nothing down in Nice. Although the Italians don't enter the war until a little bit later. Let's keep this crew here. Let's bring the Char D up to the left flank. Okay. So I think we'll do here, keep the destroyer there, station a sub somewhere over here, and that way I have this whole convoy route covered. So we'll send this cruiser, light cruiser, whatever that is, down there, and we'll keep patrolling in the north with these forces, this destroyer and this sub. Okay, so we're moving pretty quick here, just a few more turns till Germany declares on Poland, and in turn, Britain and I declare on Germany. So, because we're getting close, I think I have enough money now to purchase. I need probably 5 more infantry divisions, howitzer unit, and an anti-gun gun. Okay, finish the land factory in Toulouse. Fabulous. So I can have you start to work on. I think you're going to be my gun factory. And once I have my guns up, I can build a barracks and you can start producing infantry. So let's get that field gun going. Let's set up a queue here and get the howitzer in it and anti-aircraft. Okay. Now Paris is available. So Paris also has, what is it? Why can't I see the city buildings? Get in the city screen. It has a barracks, so we can produce infantry, the land factory, so we can produce tanks, but it also has a military academy. So the military academy allows me to create new weapons designs. So I've got on the tap here, a nation selects a competitive modern fighter. This time we strongly agree that the proposed design is the solution. Okay, the D520. And this allows the construction of the LN-401 light aircrafts used for ground attack. They have a short range and are weak to enemy fighters, but they are your best choice to safely take out enemy armored vehicles. Vehiculars. Alright, so I think we need both of these. I think the fighter's more pressing. How much does it cost to buy infantry? 680. Okay, great. So we're going to purchase infantry. And for the time being, we're going to create some new aircraft designs. Because very soon we're going to have a swarm of Luftwaffe 109s over our territory, and we have to be able to combat them. Paratrooper, infantry. Ooh, I can build an infantry in 4 turns. Let's do that. Oh, 5 turns, you liar. Let's do 1 infantry and then the aircraft designs. While we're in here, let's purchase an infantry. Promote them to rough attack and defense, as well as plus 25 cover. Now, where do I want him to go? I do have minimal forces on the Maginot at this point. I'm saying minimal. What I mean to say is I have the absolute minimum amount of forces necessary to hold the Maginot. Almost. I actually could hold it without this infantry. So I eventually need to place an infantry division in this forest, this hill, this forest, so that's 3. But because Germany doesn't declare on the Low Countries until 1940, I have time to build up my left flank. So let's send this infantry division to the Maginot. We'll start filling in the right flank there. Let's have these ships hang here. And just kind of keep an eye on Tunis and those shipments of gold. So what I'll do now is just kind of put these boats at alert. Between us and the Brits, I think we have a fairly decent grip on the Atlantic. It'd be great to be able to build up a navy strong enough to land some troops. Amphibious landing, let me show you where I like to hit Germany. Right in between Hamburg and Essen. Good area to drop some troops. Okay, our legion is all set up in Casablanca. Okay. So the convoys are our oil lifeline. Without them, well, we're going to be a lot like what Germany is going to look like toward the end of this thing. The AI is not so competent. We'll see if that's changed. New project available. Convoy unloading at Marseille. Boom, 300 gold. That's lovely. Keep getting that gold because we are going to war in what, 2 turns? Let's see what this design is. Alright, another light bomber. Small tonnage with they do less damage, blah blah blah. Okay, so which is better? It looks like this might be the better all-around option, huh? Wish I could get the... Ah, here we go. Right click. Why doesn't it have the strength? It's... Effective against ground targets. Okay, range of 10. Let's see what this one looks like. I can't get that one up. I can get this one up. Maybe because it's on my production. Okay, this is a range of 10 as well. Let's see, the bomber is an air unit. It's effective against ground targets, less so against naval. Susceptible, vulnerable to enemy aircraft. Rules and aircraft information. Okay, so unfortunately I don't see... That costs 263 to build, and this costs 300 to build. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is the better plane. So let's put that on our production queue rather than the 401. We'll see how that plays out. We'll see how the 401 does, or sorry, the 690 does once I get it researched and built. Alright, we are creeping ever closer. Here we go. War will be declared in the next turn. I am surprised to see so few German troops yet. Again, you know. So, again, we'll see if that's changed at all. Okay, entering war in 1 turn. Hitler has declared on Poland. What this opened up for us. The Potez 630 heavy fighter. It's a range strength of 45. Twin engine fighters with bigger payload and better range than normal fighters. They are polyvalent and can be used for enemy bombers, interception, reconnaissance missions, or ground attack runs. Can intercept 2 units per turn. Plus 100 combat against bomber. Plus 100 against heavy bomber. Negative 25 city. Negative 25 ranged. Negative 75 combat versus subs. Okay. Certainly a... Well... This guy's better against bombers. This guy's better against other fighters. 45, 36. Okay. And the Amiot. It's a fast bomber. So making it difficult to intercept. So plus 50 versus land. Plus 50 versus sea. So I have 0 bombers at this point. Absolutely 0. I have this fighter bomber. The strength of 40. But I'm likely going to be using it more as a fighter, at least in the onset. So let's get an Amiot into production. Another thing we want to do is, since we're going to be building up our military so much, we want to make sure we're still not even close to stockpiling our oil. We want to make sure, keep an eye on our finances, as well as once war starts, our personnel. So we'll want a hospital and a bank here eventually. Let's get the bank in, then let's get a Potes, and then a hospital. Okay, here we go. There go the Germans. Bombing Poznan with their hankles. Pretty sure I have quick combat set. I'm not sure why this is going so slowly. We will recheck the settings after this turn. Oh, poor Poznan, you never stood a chance, existing as you do along the German frontier. Very strange force disposition here, though. Look at how many forces he has back in the cities instead of up on the border invading. Like I said, AI not terribly strong in this game. This is also an interesting look at Germany's forces. They are massive, aren't they? Just over here I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make that 6, 7 tank divisions. Okay. Poznan is now officially in Germany's hands, and they're beginning the attack on Gdansk, or as it was then known, Danzig. So this here is the bit of Prussia that Poland was awarded after World War I as part of the Versailles Treaty. It was the cause of a lot of animosity. This is the Prussians are traditionally German, and it was a huge blow to the national identity of not just Prussia but all of Germany to lose that land connection to Danzig. And it was only really a matter of time before that powder keg exploded. Okay, here we go. De Gaulle and Churchill are now permanently allied. So this is our Diplo screen here. So you can see Churchill is on the team, Greece soon to be, and Stalin down the line. This Diplo screen also gives a really good overview of just how big, relative to everyone else, the USSR is. So some things to look at here is we get to look at all their resources. So Germany has stockpiled quite a bit. Relative to me, he's got 4 times the material and double the personnel, and he has roughly 1,000 more barrels of oil. So that's going to be a challenge. That's always the challenge with France, is to build up the economy and the stockpiles. In almost every game I play France in World War II. You can see Churchill, well, he's got a lot of stuff stockpiled. He consumes a lot as well. So you'll see that his oil is already being rationing. So medium rationing. Gosh, here's Greece. They're on medium rationing as well. So we'll just keep an eye on these things. Now that we have a alliance, and now that we have a war going. Okay, so we've got now over $1,300 of gold. We're officially at war, so it would make a heck of a lot of sense to purchase some infantry. Maybe I go, oof, paratrooper. What would it cost to produce a paratrooper? 9 turns. Definitely prefer that. Let's get a paratrooper on the queue. But let's go ahead and purchase another infantry division. Take them, we'll push them up in rough terrain and ranged attack defense. Let's go ahead and move these forces into this fort. Okay. So now I'm feeling pretty good along the Maginot, feeling much better anyway, especially since I have 3 armor divisions sitting on the left flank that can very easily be switched over to the Maginot. However, I'm still lacking really any sort of presence here by Nice. I need a solid 3 infantry divisions as well as a howitzer gun to even begin the offensive that I'm thinking of doing. But I do have, even longer to build up this army corps down here than I have in the Low Countries, because Germany will declare on Belgium and the Netherlands sooner than Italy declares on me. So we will continue our force buildup here, and we will also start to contemplate some defensive missions here, perhaps to kind of pick away at the German defenses if they start to get too close. This anti-aircraft unit looks like a vulnerable one. But all that, we'll have to wait till next episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell a friend, and we'll see you next time.